Hello everyone and welcome to another ASMR video. As you guys can tell, we're in a little bit of a different setup today, primarily because I felt for this video, which you've probably seen by the title now, is discussing how I got into ASMR and more about how I got into this channel specifically. I felt it was kind of right to be more personable with you guys, when you're talking about something personal. So here I am being personable about something personal. I am firstly going to go back down, hopefully, into my soft spoken voice. I got a little bit excited there. I am a little anxious about this video. I've been anxious making these videos generally because it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. But at the moment, I'm a little bit anxious because I feel like I'm putting a lot of myself out there that I haven't quite before. But it's quite healing in its own way. But I just want you guys to know that I'm feeling that because I think it helps you guys to know that a little bit in case I act a little weird or a little bit more guarded in certain ways than you might expect from your typical person in a situation like putting their story on YouTube. But anyway, besides that, I got into ASMR, I don't know how many years ago now. I want to say like 6, might be less, might be less. It's not any less than 5 though. Definitely not any less than 5. And I got into ASMR on a fluke. I think most people do. I don't think many people are like, this is a thing I learned about. I'm going to go and research this. I think a lot of people find it by way of hearing from someone else or that kind of thing, right? And again, I'm trying to go back down to this soft-spoken voice. I'm trying to keep that this video. I'm really sorry if it's not coming through. I'm trying to get that bassier part of my voice for you guys. It doesn't come out that often, so I'm trying to really get into it. I hope it's working for you guys. Let me know. But yeah, so what happened was actually I was on holiday at the time, and my ex was like, you wouldn't believe what my sister is watching at the moment. I was like, that's a weird thing for you to say. What are you talking about? And what she meant, of course, was ASMR. And she said, this is one of the videos she's been watching. She sent it to me. I'm not interested in it, but here, have a listen. What do you think? And I've got to be honest, like, I have tingles like this every so often, but I had huge tingles from my ear right down my spine. And like so much so that I would actually like jolt a little bit from it. And obviously, but it was pleasurable. That's a weird word to say, but it was enjoyable. I liked it. And as so many people find ASMR, it was a GB ASMR video. I feel like GB is something of a entry point for a lot of people into this community, and we, thankfully to her, we do have that. We have that kind of mainstream presence to a good degree with GB and some of the other bigger creators as well, of course. But since then, it's been a rabbit hole. It's funny because for YouTube for a lot of years, I knew what I was subscribed to, like gaming channels, and I knew that I would I liked my kind of my nerdy channels and stuff like that. But when ASMR hit, like I subscribed to new ASMR artists all the time. It's like, and I dropped those follows very readily compared to other things like a gaming channel would have to take a lot of time to build that subscription. I generally drop a subscription for an ASMR channel within 1 or two videos, maybe, because I don't know if it's because, again, it's hard for me because I have been a creator for 3 years myself now, not just obviously with ASMR, but also with gaming, and I do a podcast as well. So it's something that is part of who I am, to be kind of like, okay, let's support this other creator. So even though I wasn't in the ASMR community like I am, hopefully now, I don't know if I can say that yet, but I feel like I am. Oh, by the way, before we go on to anything else, this is probably the most important thing I can put in this video. I just want to say a big thank you to Angel on My Shoulder ASMR. I sent an email to Auntie Angel the other day, just saying how much of an inspiration she was, and I'm going to get onto that, but I want to say it now, and how much of an inspiration she was and how much she was helping me. Don't get me wrong, a lot of ASMR has helped me relax. Not so many ASMR channels have had me be introspective, to think about my life, think about the things I can change, think about the things I can activate in my life, the things I can do something about, the things I can like tweak something on. I mean, I was just watching one of Auntie Angel's videos of the day, and she was saying about how we can talk about what you can and can't do, but actually there's a third category of what you get to do. And it's funny, I literally rolled out of bed this morning with that perspective in mind. That was my first thought, like, oh my gosh, I get to do that today. At least I got to watch that, or at least I got to do this. And it changed like that, and I've never felt so connected to what someone's saying to me, because a lot of the time I feel like help that we get out there is so trite, right? And I think Auntie Angel touches on this sometimes as well, that the help that we get out there is so based, oh, you'll be fine if you do X, Y, and Z, or just if you act fine, you're going to be fine, and all that type of stuff, which we know isn't true. So it's really nice to have someone who says to you, actually, sometimes I deal with this too. And even though I've lived through these things, that still happens to me. And also, these are the things that I do to change that. And it calms me. Like, even now I'm saying it, it melts my heart. So thank you so much, Auntie Angel, for reaching out to me, and that was the premise of what I was trying to get to, by the way, for reaching out to me in return, and saying that you were so supportive of what I was doing, and even more so, which was just amazing, to shout me out in one of your videos. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. If you're not, this is a little message to you anyway, into the cosmos. And whilst we're on that, I know a few people have come over from Auntie Angel, Angel on My Shoulder's ASMR channel. Gosh, that's a tongue twister for me. Angel on My Shoulder ASMR. I don't know why. I follow my words quite a lot, to be honest, which is kind of hard for ASMR. But I suppose it's just a matter of thinking about what you're speaking, which is hard for me again, because I speak at 100 miles per hour. So I suppose that's why ASMR is relaxing. Anyway, the point, because I'm getting away from it. I can feel myself getting away from it. Thank you so much. And on top of that, thank you everyone who's come over. Thank you everyone who's participated in that. Though I will say, if you aren't aware of Angel on My Shoulder ASMR, you should go over there and subscribe. She just hit, this is like an amazing milestone, 5,000 subscribers, which I love. I always loved following channels as they grew from that early following into the later following, and it's so nice to be part of that, even more so than just hitting that subscribe button this time. So thank you so much again. I feel like I've said too much, and I'm probably making, if Auntie Angel does end up watching this, I'm probably being a bit too sycophantic about it. But I had to say it. I had to be honest and true, and that's how I feel. And yeah, thank you so much for everything you do. Now, back to what I was saying. So GBASMR, big entry point for so many people, but there's so many more inspiring content creators out there too. I fell down that rabbit hole. Some of my favorites actually are those who have some kind of informative aspect to their channel as well. Again, like what I'm just saying with Auntie Angel's channel. For example, Melange ASMR, love. I also love ASMRctica. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting the name right now. But there's another one who does it too. There's two that I'm thinking of actually, and I can't think of either right now, but I love them. I love them so much, and also my phone just vibrated, so I'm really sorry for the noise that you probably just picked up right through the mic. Typical, isn't it? But yeah, there's loads I follow. one of the, I don't know if you guys noticed, the reason I do the cut off on the video is because I watch a lot of falling up ASMR, because I resonate with a lot with her content. Sorry, sorry, I kind of assumed their content. Sorry, I don't know for certain which pronouns they use, and because it's gaming a little bit, but it's also got a little bit of the typical stuff as well. The same with Jubilee Whispers. Really love Jubilee. She's one of the OGs as well. If you go back, she has loads of videos, and like there's so much good content there, especially for someone who likes gaming and ASMR. That's really refreshing. Her role players where she runs, like, I think it's the Click Clack shop, I think she calls it, which is like a oh gosh, like I that's another message coming through, and that's another message coming through, and that's another message coming through. I'm probably going to have to edit those out. I really, really hope they're not as bad as they sound. Gosh. Okay. I lost my train of thought totally. I should have put everything on Do Not Disturb. That's really, really bad of me. This is turning into kind of chaotic mess. I'm hoping that I'm managing to refine myself enough that it's still okay. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm still trying to get used to this whole ASMR setup, because I have, and this is the thing as well, I need you guys' opinion. I'm really going off a tangent here now. I'm probably not going to ever get back to where I was, but Jubilee Whispers, I'll come back to it. Yeah, that's what I was on. I've forgotten what I was talking about in the meantime. I have a studio, so to speak, a stream room for my gaming channel and my podcast, but I felt it would be too overwhelming for ASMR. Now I have a green screen, because I used to use that for my streaming, my gaming. So what would you guys like? Would you guys like it in this setup in my I'm using my bedroom, to be honest with you guys? Would you like me to continue to be in my bedroom? Do you think that you will be okay with it being in a place that, yes, whilst it's busy, has better sound protectivity, so to speak, because it's out of the way and there's a lot less going on in there? Or would you like me to use that space but put up a green screen? If you guys have any kind of opinions, it'd be really nice to know. I can't promise I'll do it because I don't know how things go, and I try and record these on an evening, and half the time, like tonight, I'm sat on the floor because I need to be in this position for the camera, but also because I kind of want to really relax at the same time, and my legs are really hurting, and sitting on a chair does not help that. But anyway, now that I've said that and had another tangent, I'm going to leap back to Jubilee Whispers. And what I really like about Jubilee Whispers is she does these role plays. She doesn't do loads of role plays, but when she does these really fun ones that are like about I think I immediately came up with like a games workshop. That's what it's kind of like. It's like a board game shop and like a D&D shop. And like she'll run you through like how to create a character or something like that, and it's like really great, and I love those because it's like my interests just splayed out in ASMR. Also another one, even if you are totally oblivious to almost anything intellectual, Let's Find Out and The French Whisperer are really great channels for like just learning little tidbits while you relax. They're great. I also want to say, and I could be getting the name wrong, ASMR Geographica. I could be wrong on that, but they do amazing videos on like they're going through and doing A to Z of all the states, like all the regions of specific countries across the world. I think they're in like C now or something like that, but they're doing all of them, and it's amazing to watch. And obviously some of the videos are very short because there's not loads to say, but it's nice to have that detail and those kind of more intricate videos with those kind of like, not pointless facts because they're not, but those kind of lighter, kind of niche facts. I love that type of stuff. There's so many more ASMR channels I could discuss. There's so many that I would wish to spotlight or talk about. I mean, I'm saying that as if I'm one to spotlight someone, but you know what I mean? There's so many I would like to talk about. I could be here all day talking about them. Thus, I can't, because it would not be feasible. But there's so many great ASMR artists. I could talk all day. But those are some of my recommendations and my favourites and my ones that I keep going back to. Oh, one more. Mid-Mod Meridian ASMR. Oh my gosh. Like 1960s role players with the most pristine and elegant execution of them ever. I've got to be honest, I've seen some really phenomenal ASMR from Atlas ASMR, from there's a few others, but like really like intellectual, like really well cinematographically made stuff. But this is something else for me. Mid-Mod Meridian. Wow, these 1960s, like there's ones about Avon, there's ones that are about travel agents, there's ones that are the post office, and again, apologies, I'm still getting used to that whole trying not to assume. I apologize for that. They really flesh out this world, and it feels so real. And I just feel like, even though I wasn't around in the 60s by a lot, I feel like I'm there. I feel like I can feel myself there. It's so amazing and enthralling. I love every second. So those are all my kind of thoughts and my ideas and my discussion about that. So yeah, that's how I got into ASMR. As for the channel, Anti-Angel was the reason. That's kind of where I was trying to get with that, but I didn't quite get there because of all the meandering, so to speak. But I suppose a ramble is what people like, right, in ASMR. But yeah, so I'm really, really enjoying making this content, if not a little bit anxious about making this content, primarily because I want to get the setup right to where every time I come into a video, I don't have to worry about, like, because at the moment it's kind of haphazard, and I feel like that's part of the reason that, like, sometimes the audio isn't 100%, and then sometimes the lighting isn't 100%, and then sometimes this isn't 100%. And if I was just starting YouTube altogether and never had done it before, then I'd kind of be okay with that. But the thing is, this time round is, I've done this for 3 years on my other channels, like across my other channels. So like, I want to get it right as quickly as possible. And I know that's kind of like a thing I can't really rush because I need to experiment. But it's just something that I feel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't quite elucidate the way I wanted to, but I think I made my point, and I think I was more genuine in my discussion generally anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed me being personal and personable, and I'll see you guys in the next video very soon. Bye guys.